Hey there everyone, and welcome to this video. This is the second video in our video series for building a tourism website. First of all, I just want to apologize if you hear any noise in the background. I just have a house full of people today as we're going on holiday, so please excuse any noise you hear in the background. Then I just want to thank you for being here, for watching this video, for watching this video series. I really appreciate the time you take in to watch this. And then if you somehow stumbled onto this video, my suggestion is to go to the first video in this series and start watching from there. Otherwise, you might be a bit lost. So I'll leave a link in the description, or you can click this card in the corner. Then if you do want to follow along in this series and build a website, you will need web hosting, a domain name, as well as Divi. And I've left links in the description where you can get web hosting and a domain name as well as Divi. So let's move on to building our hero section. Today we will be building out this hero section over here, and I'll show you how to put in a video as the background of the hero section. And then depending on time, we will build out the rest of the home page. In the first video, we already did the top part here, which is the header, and then the bottom part, which is the footer. So the first thing we need to do, let's head over to our WordPress dashboard. First thing we want to do, let's hover over our website name and let's open that in a new tab. And let's go to that page. The first thing we want to do, we want to enable the Divi Visual Builder. We do that by clicking this option over here that says Enable Visual Builder. We then get the option to build from scratch, choose a pre-made layout, or clone an existing page. Now we don't have any existing pages, so we won't use that option. Choose a pre-made layout. Divi does come with over thousands of pre-made layouts. So if you want to build a website very quickly, basically the design, everything's done for you. All you need to do is replace the content. There's even images on there that you can use. Then you can go with this option, but we're not going to do that. We are building from scratch. So we're going to choose the build from scratch option. The first thing we need to do is insert a row. So let's just have a look at our website, and we will only need one row to fit in this heading, the subheading, and the button. So let's go back to our website and choose the one column option. And then we want to put text in there, so let's search for text and choose the text option. And I'm just going to lock this settings panel to the left. And we do that by clicking that button. Let's just leave this content for now and save it. And let's put in the video into the background. So to do that, we need to put the video into the section, which is the blue part. So let's click on the section settings. Let's click on background. Then let's choose background video, which is your fourth option from the left. And then we're going to click this button that says add background video. Then I'm going to drag the video over from my other screen into this page. But as I mentioned in the first video, it's better to use a proper video hosting platform like Vimeo.com. And what you do is you'd upload your video to Vimeo.com and you'd get the URL from Vimeo and just paste it in over here under insert from URL. So I'm just going to drag it across here quickly. So there's my video. And as I mentioned, try keep your video small. This is only 336 kilobytes, which is quite small. But the best is to host it on a proper video hosting platform. Now I'm going to click this button to upload the video. So our video is there, we just can't see it yet. So in order to see it, let us click on the design tab. We need to click on the sizing option. And under minimum height here, we want to set this to about 80 VH, which stands for 80 viewport height. And there you can see our video background, and it just repeats. We might want to make this this number a bit bigger. So let's try 85 viewport height. And there we go, it moves it a bit down. Then I recommend not having a video on any mobile devices. So for the tablet and for a phone, I'm going to change this to an image. And to do that, let's go back to content. Let's go back to background. And then let's hover over background and click the mobile icon. Then let's click on tablet. And under video background, we are going to delete the video background because we don't want that on tablet. We're going to rather replace it with an image. So I'm going to choose the third option from the left, which is background image. I'm going to click this button to add a background image. And I'm just going to drag the images across. And then I have two different sizes, one for tablet and one for mobile. And guys, I will leave a link at the bottom to the video and to the images I use on this hero section. So you can, if you want to follow along exactly, you can download the images and video from the link in the description below. Now that I have the images here, I'm just going to get the tablet one, and I know it's tablet because I've named the file tablet. So I can just click this button to upload the image. There's the image for the tablet, and then I'm just going to go to the phone view. I'm going to go back into the image here. I'm going to choose the phone option, and I know it's phone because that's how I've named the file name. Let's upload the image. And there's the image for the phone. Let's go back to desktop. Let's save that. And then let's just save our page. Let's go to our website. What I'm going to do, let me open the website again so I can see just a live version of it. So there you can see the video. The video is not showing there, but the video is there. And that's what it looks like. So this video is not the greatest because you can see it jumps a bit. But if you want to use video, rather get a professional video editor to do it for you, and it can look much better than the one I'm using. But this was just an example to show you how you can add video to your website. So let's fix this text up now. Let's go back to the visual builder and let's click on the settings here. So let's delete this placeholder content and let's just go have a look at the website. So we wanted to say enjoy a stress-free holiday. I'm just going to copy the text from here. Let's go back to the visual builder and I'm just going to paste my text into there. Then we want to make this a heading 1. So I'm going to highlight this text. I'm going to come up to here where it says paragraph, click on the drop down and select heading 1. Now let's go edit the heading 1, and to do that let's just hover over it and we can click this edit button. It will take us to our heading 1 settings. Heading fonts I wanted as Poppins, but instead of clicking on the drop down and choosing Poppins all the time, let us go do something else. Let's go back to our dashboard. Let's hover over Divi and let's go to Theme Customizer. I should have shown this much earlier in the video series, so I apologize for that. Let's go to General Settings and let's go to Typography. Let's just scroll down a little bit here. Under Heading Font, let's change that to what we want our heading font to be, which is Poppins. And then I also want my body font as Poppins, so let's choose that as well. My link text color, I'm probably going to change it to this blue over here. And that's for any links that you put in your content. For my body text color, I'm going to leave it this gray color, but my header text color, I'm going to change it to the black. So that way we don't have to keep changing it in the Divi module settings. And let's click Publish. And then we can close this. Let's go back to the Visual Builder. I'm just going to make sure I save this and I'm going to refresh this quickly. And you'll see the text has now changed. So let's click on the settings again. Let's click on this edit icon. Let's go back here. So now we can leave it as default and it'll always be the Poppins text because that's what we've set in the customizer. For the heading font weight, I want to make this bold. For the heading font style, I'm going to leave as is. And then the heading text alignment, I want it in the center. Then for heading text color, I want to use the white color. And then heading text size, I want to make this 60 pixels. Then header letter spacing, I'm going to leave as 0. Header line height, I'm going to leave as 1em. And the rest, I'm going to leave as is. I'm not going to change anything else. Sorry, what we do need to change, let's just change this on tablet and mobile. So let's hover over heading text size. Let's click on the mobile icon. Let's go to tablet. In tablet, I just want to see what will look better. So we're on 60 now. Let's try 48 pixels. Okay, that looks fine. And let's go to phone. For phone, I want to try 40 pixels. Then on phone, I might adjust the line height here because you can see it's quite close together there. If you look at desktop, now we can't see the line height because we have only one line here. So I'm going to just go back to the content. I'm going to click on text and I'm just going to probably just break it here so I can see how close it is. So it's not too bad there, but on phone it seems very close. So let's just change it a bit. Let's go to design, or let's hover and click on the edit settings here, and let's go to the line height. I want to change this to 1.3em. Let's go back to the content and let's just put this back to how it was. Alright, let's edit it again, and I just want to go to the mobile phone. Okay, that line height looks better now. So yeah, let's change the heading line height to 1.3em. Let's go back to desktop. Then we can save that. Let's go back to our design. Then we need to put in the subheading. So I'm just going to copy this from here. Go back to the Divi builder. And then let's add another module. And again, it will be text. I'm just going to delete this placeholder content and paste in my content. So I'm going to put this all on one line. I'm going to select it all and we're going to change this to a heading 2. And let's hover over it, click on this edit button. Heading 2 font we can leave as default. The heading 2 font weight, let's try semi-bold. And then let's center the heading to text. And let's also change it to the white color. And then for the heading to text size, I'm going to make this 48 pixels. And yeah, you can see how close it is there. So let's also change the line height to 1.3. Then I actually might put a break here somewhere. Let me just see how it looks here. So it's tours and then there's a break you'll ever experience. So maybe let's do it like that. Let's go back to content. Let's go to text. And where it's you'll, I'm just going to put a break in there. And that looks better. So I'm going to click on the edit button again. And then let's go into the tablet and phone view. And to do that again, hover over the heading to text size, click on the mobile icon, click on tablet. Right, so let's try 40 pixels here for heading 2. Or maybe that's a bit too big. Let's try 36. 36 looks better. So let's go to phone. And then phone, should we try 28 pixels? So let's go back to the desktop view. And then let's save that. So the next thing we need to add is this button. So let's hover over the subheadline and let's click the add new module button and let's search for button. Let's click on button and we will get this default button over here. So the text should say view destinations. Let's change the button text to view destinations. And guys, you can obviously make the text whatever you want. This is just some text that I thought up while I was designing the website. then what you want to do is then go over to link. And for this button link URL, what we can do, we can use this dynamic content feature again of Divi. Let's click on that. And what we'll need to do, the page for destinations over here will not be here. So in order to get to that link, we need to click page link because the destinations is a page. We scroll down and we click on this drop down box. We can select our destinations page from there. Then let's click save, and then that button will always go to the destinations page. And let's go to design. Let's click on alignment and let's center the button. Then under text, we're not going to do anything. There's nothing really there you can do. And let's click on button. And we want to customize this button. So we want to change this to yes. For the button text size, let's put in 36 pixels. Then let's go down to the tablet view. And I might change this to 28. And then on phone, maybe change it to 24. Let's go back to the desktop view. And then let's scroll down a little bit and let's come to this button text color. So our button text color is this black color. So let's change that to black. And then the button background color is this green color. So under button background color, I'm going to select my green color. And then I want to put a hover over it, so when someone hovers over it, the color changes slightly. And to do that, we're just going to click on this arrow. Or this is actually like a cursor. Let's click on the hover state. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the color. I'm just going to bring down the opacity to about 0.8. So that should just give us a slight change in color. Let's scroll down a little bit. The button border width, we don't want a border. You'll see there's the black border around this button. I don't want that, so I'm going to make this 0. That will then remove the border. Then button border and color. We don't have a button border anymore, so I'm not going to worry about that. The button border radius, so this changes the curves of the corners of the button. So let's change this to 50 pixels, and you'll see that it changes. So if you want that, that's how you do that, but I'm going to leave it as the default. In button length spacing, I'm not going to worry about. Button font will automatically be on pop-ins, as we've set that as a default text. Then button font weight, I'm going to change this to bold. And then button font style, I'm going to change this to all uppercase. So you'll see we have it all uppercase there as well. Then show button icon. So this is when, if you look, if I hover over it, there's this icon that appears here. I don't want that. You can leave it if you want that. I just don't like the look of it. So now when you hover, you'll see it's only the color that changes. And then under spacing, as I explained in the previous video, the outside is for margin, the inside is for padding. And I want to change the inside. I want a bit more space over here. The top and the bottom spacing looks fine. It's just the left and the right spacing I want to change a bit. So I'm going to come to padding here. I'm going to click this chain link. So whatever I put in the left will be the same as the right. I'm going to put in 60 pixels. As you can see, there's a bit more space there now. So I just want to quickly make sure it looks good on the tablet and mobile. Alright, so you see there, it's taken destinations and put on a new line, which looks a bit ugly. Let's come back to the padding here. Let's click on the mobile icon. It's already on phone. And for the left and right, I'm going to put in 20 pixels. And that will bring the view destinations back onto one line. So that's why we must always just check the tablet and the phone views, just to make sure it all looks good. So let's save that. Then let's go see what our website looks like now. I'm going to do a hard refresh. And there we go. The only thing we want to do now, if you can see this content here, is in the middle of this hero section. So you'll see spacing there, and the spacing there is the same. If we come back to our website, spacing there is much smaller than the spacing there. So we need to center this, and we need to use a little bit of code for this. But as I said, I'm going to show you where to get the code. There's a link in the description, and all you're going to do is copy the code from that link, and I'm going to show you where to paste it. So let's go back to our website. Let's close the button. And what we're going to do, we want to come to our section settings. So let's click on the section settings. Let's click on the advanced tab. And let's click on custom CSS. Then click on the link below, open in a new tab, and you'll be brought to this page. And you want to take this top code here that says display flex, copy that, go back to the visual builder, and in the main element, sorry, not the before, the main element, you want to paste that code, and you'll see it moves it to the center. So let's save that. We can close that. Right, so let's refresh our website. And there we go. It's in the middle now of our hero section. Right guys, and that is the hero section done. That didn't take too long. So let's carry on building out the rest of the home page. Let's just go to the website and let's scroll down. So we're going to build this social proof section. So the first thing we want to do, let's give our section this background color, which is a very light blue. Let's go back to our visual builder. Let's scroll down here and let's click on the blue button to add a new section, and we're going to add a regular section. We only need one column for the heading, so let's select that. And let's search for text. Let's choose text. And then let's change this to featured in. Let's highlight this text and change it to a heading 2. And we don't need any link or background here. We'll change the section background color now. So let's just hover over the text and let's click this edit button. And for the font, we're going to leave as default. For the heading 2 font weight, I'm going to change this to semi-bold. For the heading 2 font style, I'm going to leave as is. Heading 2 text alignment, I want it in the center. The heading 2 text color. So you'll see mine has this blue color, and the reason is because I've changed it in the customizer settings. So let me just show you how to do that quickly. If you go back to your dashboard, hover over Divi, and choose this option that says Theme Customizer. I'm just going to open this in a new tab. You then want to come to General Settings, and you want to select Typography. Then over here, where we change the heading fonts, here we can change the colors as well. So for the body link color, I changed it to my blue. For the body text color, I left it as a default, which is a dark gray. And then for the header text color, I've changed it to the blue color. And that's why it automatically changes over there. So I'm just going to close that. For heading text size, for desktop, I'm going to make this 48 pixels. Then let's click on the mobile icon and go to tablet view. For tablet view, I'm going to make it 36 pixels. And then let's click on phone. For phone, I'm going to make it 28 pixels. Then let's scroll down and see if we need to change anything else. And it doesn't look like we need to change any other settings. So we can just go back to desktop. And then click the save button. Let's go back to our website. So the next thing we need to do, we need to add in these 4 logos. Now these are just dummy logos, they're not real logos. You'd obviously use the real logos if you were featured in any publication or something similar. So let's go back to the visual builder. And sorry, just to show you, so there's 4 images, so we want a 4-column row. So let's add a new row by clicking the green button. And let's choose the 4 equal columns. So let's search for image and let's select the image option. Now I think before we go on, let's just save this and let's just change the section background because that's what we were supposed to do in the first place. So let's click on the section settings. Let's click on the background option and we leave it on background color, and I'm just going to choose my light blue. You'll obviously just choose your brand color that you want to use there. Let's save that. Now let's go back to this image. So what we want to do, let's click on this image here. Now I've already uploaded some of the images we're going to use because I was testing out something beforehand. So I've already got the images for the logos here. If you don't have the images, you would click upload files and just select the files by clicking this button. Once the images are uploaded into your library, then you can start selecting them. So my first logo is this Gabo logo. Let's upload that image. Then all I want to do is come to design, click on alignment, and just make sure it is centered. Just to show you something, if you maybe want to link out to the publication where you were featured in, you can actually do that by just clicking on this link and just putting a link here to the publication, a URL link to the publication on the image. And if then a user clicked on the image, it would take them to that publication. So it gives it some social proof. So let's save that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this image 3 times. And I'm just going to drag it into the other columns. So now that I've got the images there and we've done the styling for them, all we need to do is change the images out. So let's go to the second one. Let's click on the image. Let's choose our second logo and click upload an image. Then save that. Let's go to the third one. Click on the settings. Then click on the image. Change that to our third logo. We'll save that. And let's do the same to the fourth one. There we go. So now we have all our logos uploaded. We can save that. So let's see what we need to do next. So now we need to add this testimonials heading. Let's go ahead and do that. All we're going to do now is duplicate this heading because all the styles have been done on that. So we don't have to worry about styling. We just change the text. So let's duplicate by pushing this icon over here. And then all we have to do, we can't do it like that because we need to duplicate the whole row. Because this is 4 rows, we need a brand new row. And we can duplicate the row by clicking the same button. And then what we can do, we can drag the row underneath this 4-column row. And we can just hover over the text, click on the settings, and change the text to testimonials. We can then save that as we've done all the styling already. Next thing we need to do is have a 4-column row to put these testimonials in. So let's do that. Let's click add a new row by clicking the green button. And again, we're going to choose this 4-column layout. Then we want to put in testimonials. So let's search for testimonial and select that. So for the author name, mine just says Jane Doe. So I'm going to type that in there. For job title and company, I'm going to leave blank because in this scenario that information is not relevant. Then for the body text, we're going to paste in the actual testimonials. I'm just going to copy it from here. And then I will delete this placeholder text and paste my testimonial in there. Then let's go to image. And now we want to put the image of the person in there. So we can click on the image. And I will choose the first image and click upload an image. Let's click on elements. As you can see on mine, I don't have this quotation icon on mine. So I'm going to remove it. You can leave it on if you want. There's no link, and the background, I don't think there is a background color. Oh, it looks like it's the light blue as well. So let me just change the background color to the light blue. Then for design, I'm actually not going to change anything here. You might think that we want to put this border on the testimonial module, but we don't want to put it there in case, if you see, like, for instance, this text is less than this text, and this will make this testimonial module shorter than these ones. So this testimonial module might end somewhere over there, and it'll look funny because it won't look equal. But I'm going to show you how we're going to actually achieve that once we've uploaded all the testimonials. So for now, that's all we need to do. So let's save that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to duplicate this module 3 times. And then just drag it into the other columns. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change out the images and the content. And I'll do that quickly and then I'll be back with you. Right, great. So I've finished updating all the testimonial modules. And as you can see, if I hover over this, look where that gray box appears compared to the rest. And you'll see if we had to put a border over that with the shadow, it wouldn't look nice because it wouldn't be equal. So to get around that, we're actually going to put the border and the shadow on the actual column. And to do that, what we need to do, we need to click on the row settings. And then let's go into the first column, and to do that, you'll see here's our 4 columns. We want to go into the first one. We click on those settings. And then we want to go to design. We want to select the border option. And we want to make sure for border styles, we want to affect all 4 border sides. So that would be for just the top, just the right, just the bottom, and just the left. But in our case, we want all 4 borders. So for border width, I'm going to make this 8 pixels. So you'll see it puts this black border around it. Now I don't want black. I want my white color. And that's actually an off-white color. So I'm going to make this proper white. And I know the hex code for it. So I'm just going to type that in there. And you'll see now it's the white border. And we want it solid. Next thing we want to change is box shadow. So let's click on box shadow. And the box shadow option we're going to choose is this first one. Well, it's actually the second one, sorry. So the first one is no box shadow, the first option. The second option is the box shadow we're going to choose. And then for box shadow horizontal position, we're going to leave it as 0. For box shadow vertical position, I'm going to make that 0 as well. Then for box shadow blur strength, I'm going to change this to 20 pixels. And the box shadow looks a bit heavy, so I want to just change the shadow color. I just want to bring it down slightly, so I'm going to change the 3 to a 2. And that just brings the box shadow, the opacity down, so it's not so heavy. And that's how we do that. So now what we're going to do, instead of going and changing each column, what we're going to do is we're going to come to border again. We're going to right click on border styles, and we're going to choose this option, extend border styles. And this you can do for most settings in the modules. And this just is so much easier than going into each one individually and changing all the settings. So to extend this border styles to, you want to choose all the columns. Remember, we're changing it on all columns, and it will be throughout this row because we only want it to affect this row that we're in. And we can click extend, and you'll see now that there's borders around each column. Then we want to go to the box shadow, and we want to right click on box shadow, and we want to choose again extend box shadow, and we want to choose to all columns. Remember, we're changing the columns, and again only in this row, and we're going to click extend. And now you'll see that we have box shadows around all our columns. Now, can you see what I mean about the different lengths of each testimonial? It doesn't look nice. You want it all equal. So how do we do that? We go back to we can click this back button, so that we're back in the row settings, and we want to go to the design tab, and we want to come to this option that says sizing. And under where it says equalize column heights, we want to click yes. And now you can see it's all equal. Even though our text might not be, some text might be longer than other text, at least the boxes themselves are all equal heights, which makes it look much more attractive in my opinion. I've just noticed this mistake, or not really a mistake, but the spacing issue here. I just want to fix that quickly. So I'm going to save the row settings. I'm going to come to my module here and just click on the settings. And then I just want to, so it's by the is. There must be some sort of spacing issue there. There we go. That's better. Let's click save. And there is our testimonial section done. So let's just save the whole page. Then let's have a look at the tablet view. So that's how it will look on tablet, which in my opinion looks good. And let's have a look on the phone view. And that's how it will look on the phone view. So we can do a hard refresh on our front page, or the front end of our website, I should say. So we've now done the hero section, and we've now done our social proof section, which I think looks quite good. So guys, I think that's where we'll leave it today, with just the hero section and the social proof section. The next video, we will do this deal section and the why choose us section, which will finish our home page. So that will be coming in the next video. Then in the next video, we'll finish destinations, about us, and contact us. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying the series as well. And remember guys, if there's another industry you want me to design a website in, please comment down below or send me an email. You'll find my email address in the description. There also might have been a website you've seen that you like the look of and want to know if you can build it in Divi. Then also pop a link in the comment section or send me an email with the link, and I will see if we can build that out in Divi. Just remember, as long as there's not a lot of coding involved, then I will build it for you, because I want to keep my videos as beginner friendly as possible. And then if you guys would do me a huge favor and please like this video, it helps with the YouTube algorithm and it can get my video out to more people. And then if you are enjoying what I'm doing in terms of these series, there's other things I might bring out in future, but I'm just starting off with building websites for now. I'm thinking of coming out with how we can make our headers a bit more interesting. So these navigation links we can maybe make a bit more interesting, and other things where there's a bit more coding involved for those of you who want to take a step further and maybe make your website more unique to what then Divi just offers you. But that will only be probably later on. And then, yeah, thank you for watching, and I will chat to you in the next video.